Guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know this is like my second video ever, and this video is my everyday makeup routine. I hope you guys learn a tons of stuff from this video. I have mostly drugstore products that I used in this video. Easy, affordable. You can get most of the products at Wonderful World, Pennywise, any local beauty supply store in your area, whether it is your local or your in the United States. You just go to the beauty supply store and they should have most of the products that we used here, right? I used Eyebrow concealer, Eyebrow gel liner, right? I used black opal, I used Sacha setting powder, right? I used LA colors and a whole other set of drugstore products. So I want you to subscribe if you're not subscribed, like, comment, and share on Facebook, share on Instagram. Continue to pass the word of, let everybody know that Takida J is finally on YouTube. Hey y'all, so I'm now going in with my L'Oreal True Match in the color C6. I'm applying some on my hands, warming up my product. Sometimes your hands are the best thing to use to blend your product. I am going in, blending it all over my face with my brush, making sure that my entire face is saturated with foundation. Right? I'm not putting tons in at a time. I'm taking my time. I'm going in with my beauty blender just to make sure it's evenly distributed over the entire face and really patting in the foundation to my skin. So these are the tools that we used to apply our foundation. Our brush, our foundation, and our beauty blender. That's all you need to achieve foundation. I'm going in with my Eyebrow Pro Concealer in the shade Cool Tan, and I'm applying it to our usual highlight areas, under, good, forehead, down the middle of my nose with the side of the brush. Very important to use the side of the brush and not the middle of the brush, because we want to make sure that our nose stay really slim. I'm going over my lips and then under my lips. I am then going in with my contour in the shade Hazelnut for a more natural contour. If I was going out on the tongue, I would have done carob. So I'm creating a number 3 at the side of my face, both sides. Good. So we're creating our number 3 at the side of our faces, and then we go in and we're blending our highlights under our eyes first with our beauty blender. Make sure that your beauty blender is not too damp, and make sure that you're not pressing in too much. Good. You go under there, nice, light. Good. You go under your chin. And everywhere that we put concealer, except the nose for now. Except the nose for now. Then you're going to go in with the other side of your beauty blender and you're going to blend in your contour. Make sure you leave no lines there when you're blending in your highlight though. So I'm going up in my cheek area with my contour, down on my jawline, and just blending. Good. And now I'm going to do the opposite side, down on the jawline, mostly up in the cheek area, and then you just blend over the forehead over there. Good. Good. Blend the forehead. Make sure it's really nice and smooth. Then I'm going to go in with a lighter shade, which was medium beige. If you're not into bright highlights under your eyes, you don't have to go in with a lighter shade. But because this is a light concealer, we really still want to achieve that nice, like, face beat look. You can go in with a lighter shade. Not too lighter though, but just a tad bit lighter. And with this one, you're going to just pat it very gently, because you don't, when you pat it too harshly, the concealer tends to be sucked up in the beauty blender instead of giving you that nice full look. So you want to pat it really gently to get that nice full look. Now I'm going to go in to the side of my nose with my hazelnut, and I'm using a small angle brush to blend both sides of my nose. I'm blending, so before I pat in my nose with my finger, I have to make sure that the sides are really contoured nicely. Now I'm going in with my finger and I'm patting the middle of my nose. Remember, we didn't do that before, we're doing it now. Going back in with the beauty blender to the side to make sure it's smooth. Now it's time for our eyebrows. We're concealing our eyebrows first. If it is you don't have a lot of eyebrows and you need to draw it first, that's totally fine. The color that we're using to conceal our eyebrows is Cool Tan. If it is you have full eyebrows, you can do your eyebrows now. If it is you don't have full eyebrows, do your eyebrows before, right? Before your foundation. Good? So this really applies to everybody. I'm going on the other side. I'm making sure I'm using the side of my brush, making sure I'm using enough concealer, and making sure I'm creating straight lines. That's the rule, straight lines. I'm going in with my beauty blender now, patting in my concealer, passing the remainder under my eye, using the side with the foundation to pat out the sides of our eyebrows because we don't want any harsh lines from the concealer that we just placed there. So you have to make sure that you use the bottom where you was blending out the contour and blend out the sides of those eyebrows. We want no harsh lines. Good, and we're doing that on both sides. Now we're going in with our small angle brush and we're using hazelnut again to blend out the side of our eyes there where we place the concealer for the eyebrows. I'm going in and I'm setting my face with my Sacha buttercup. I'm using the shade light. Some people may prefer to use the shade regular buttercup, right? I am using a brush because you don't always have to use a sponge and bake your face. But just in case you want to bake your face, I will show you guys in another clip how to bake your face. So you're applying your setting powder with your brush to all the areas that we highlighted. If you're interested in baking, you need a sponge and you're going to go down the sides of your nose because we want to make sure that our nose stays really straight, and we're using buttercup again. And we're going to apply the baking procedure to all the highlight areas of our face, right? Middle of our nose with the pointy side of the sponge, and forehead, under, over. This step is very crucial. So now that we have highlighted and baked the areas that we highlighted before, we need to now set the rest of the face. So we can't just leave the rest of the face wet. So we have to go into a powder shade that is your complete complexion. So your regular face powder is what you would need for this step. And you take a brush and you apply face powder to all the areas of your face that don't have setting powder, that does not have baking powder. And you set the rest of your face now with the regular shade brown powder that you have. And after you finish doing that, then now you can go in and contour with a darker shade. But this step must be done before you contour. So here I am going in with the Sacha Pro palette again, but I'm going in my contour shade now, which is Perfect Spice and Perfect Bronze. And I'm going to apply that. I'm doing my kissy face and I'm applying it to both sides of my face. I'm using a small angle brush, right? Or I should say a medium-sized angle brush. You don't always have to cut the side of your face to achieve a contour. And if it's everyday routine, we don't want a harsh contour. So it's okay to use just your contour powder. I'm applying it to all the areas that we placed our number 3 with our hazel black opal. All the areas that we placed our number 3 before, you're going to contour. Yes, contour over the brown powder. That is fine. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply some blush. Now I could have used a regular blush. I'll show you guys in the next clip where I used a regular blush. But this was just close by, so I used it. I'm going in with my Juvias Place blush. And I'm applying it. You can use any blush you have. Sacha blush, LA Colors blush, any blush you got from the convenience store from Wonderful World will be able to work for this step. And now we're diving right into our eyebrows. I'm using my spoolie and I'm making sure it's nice and smooth. I'm applying my LA Gel Gel Liner in the shade Brown. Now my eyebrows has a lot of hair, so I don't really have to do much work in it. right? I'm doing just strokes. I'm filling my little patch I have on my eyebrows there. Then I'm gonna go right to the top of my eyebrows and then create that nice sharp V we love to see at the end of our eyebrows. Good. And then I'll just go in and I'll do the other side. Oh, this brow looks good. I know, it looks good. Right. Going into the other side, remember I'm using Eyebrow gel liner. This is the box up here in the shade brown. You can get this at Wonderful World or any convenience store near you. Any makeup supply, beauty supply store. I'm making sure this eyebrow is a little more full than the other eyebrow, so I don't have to do that much work in this eyebrow. And then you really have to get your spoolie again, guys, because what you want to make sure is that the front of your eyebrows are really nice and feathered. So get your spoolie, go to the front, make sure you're seeing the feathers coming out there. Brush the hair into whatever direction you like it to go into. And good. Now I'm going in to apply a flat color to my lid. So the same blush that you used, now you can use it on your lid. All you need is one color and one brush. And you're just blending that one color over your lid. Now this is everyday routine. Like let's say you're going to the office, you're going just somewhere chilled. Now you don't have to do this step, you can miss this step if you like, but for me I just like to add a little character to my face, so I would put this one color on my lid. Dust off our face. Don't forget that we didn't dust off our face yet. And we're going in to set our face with our setting spray. I'm using rose water. You can use whichever one applies to you best. Sacha, Morphe, something more matte. And I'm using my beauty blender to pat in my rose water into my skin because I really don't want my face to be looking powdery at all. I have dry skin, so rose water works really good for me. This palette here is the palette I was telling you guys about. You can get it at Wonderful World or any beauty supply store. It's LA Colors, right? And it is really good and pigmented for blush and bronzer. I'm going to use it as bronzer now. So I'm going in and I'm spraying my bronzer brush with my rose water. I'm dipping into my palette. So when you spray a brush, the bronzer comes out really more pigmented and bright if you're into bright bronzers. I'm going to do the other side and I'm going to take my finger and apply some of the bronzer to my nose also. So this is the color that I use here for bronzer, where I circled with yellow. And this is the shade that you could have used for blush and as a one color for your lid. This is a really pigmented palette. If you have a Wonderful World near you, get it. Now I'm lining under my eyes with my Eyebrow gel liner in the shade black. And I'm making sure my line is nice and smudged. I like my lines to be nice and smudged under my eyes. This step is really crucial. So the same brush, you're going to create a smudge line very close to your lash line. You should see no spaces between your lash and your eyelid. So you need to cover that. So go very close and smudge a line, a small line. It's not a wing liner, so we don't need a thick line. But we need a small line so as when we are about to put in our mascara, you would get a more full look from the mascara instead of just a boring look. So what you're really doing is, you know, when you buy a falsie, an eyelash strip, it has a thick line and then the spikes and then the fluff from the eyelashes starts to come out. What you created there before was the thick line, and now with the mascara, you're creating your own, you know, lash fluffs to the end. If I'm explaining it right. Oh my gosh, guys, forgive me. And I'm just going to do that on both sides of my lashes. So this line is important. Practice it. It's easy. You can get it. We're nearly close to the finish line, guys. We are applying our lip liner. I am using Eyebrow gel liner in the shade brown, the same one I used for my eyebrows. I'm using an angle brush and I'm lining my lips. The key for lining your lips is not to leave it in a line. When you line the bottom, blend up towards the middle, and when you line the top, blend down towards the middle. You really don't want to see any harsh lines at all. Then after you're finished doing that, you could go in with your nude lipstick in the middle, your pink lipstick in the middle, whatever lipstick you prefer. I prefer nude, so I went in with this nice matte lipstick I got at Wonderful Wool in the middle, and I'm applying it. I'm popping my lips together, and it's a whole look, guys. So guys, this is my finished look. Right, I would tag in the description box where I got this hair and these earrings and this chain and this top. I put it all in the description box below because I know somebody's gonna ask me. But I did this look using Drugstore products, as you guys saw in the video before. Tell me, comment what type of look you want to see next. Comment what type of video you want to see next, and I'll make sure and keep the videos coming. You guys just remember to subscribe, comment, and share with your friends. Share on your Instagram, share on your Facebook. Continue to pass the word around that Takida J is finally on YouTube.